The common misconception was that I wanted to leave, but it was like, I never said that. You know what I'm saying? I never came out of my mouth and said that. I never had a conversation with anybody that saying
it was
that.
just a tweet.
And it was just like...
It's just a tweet that said, come and rescue me.
I'm like, damn, like, I thought we all listened to Drake.
Damn, I thought we all listened to Drake at some point, but it looks like Offset is spiraling. This time, he may have gone too far, as Stefon Diggs just exposed him for making chilling threats. The situation is not looking good for Stefon. Word on the street is that Offset is blaming him for everything that went down with Cardi B. Now, there are even whispers of a murder-for-hire plot in the mix. Offset has been on edge ever since Cardi went public with Stefon, and his threats aren't just talk. He allegedly told Cardi he would take her life and his own if she didn't take him back, and now Stefon appears to be next. However, Stefon isn't sticking around to play games with a man unraveling by the second. So what's really going on? Why does Offset seem to have it out for Stefon so badly? It turns out Stefon Diggs is terrified of Offset, and honestly, who can blame him? Offset has nothing to lose. His behavior has grown increasingly erratic over the past few months, with no signs of improvement. Just when we think he can't go any lower, he surprises us all and sinks further. At this point, he's going to discover oil he's digging so low. Let's be honest, if Offset is threatening to unalive Cardi, he could do the same to anyone. Making it even bolder, Cardi claimed he became furious when she warned his new girlfriend about his behavior. This situation is escalating dangerously, and everyone involved should be on high alert.
Let me tell y'all about this ass nigga, right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life, or that he was mad. He's mad about that.
Cardi B is not only the mother of Offset's children, but was also widely considered his primary financial benefactor. Now, she has decisively cut off his access, both personally and financially. As it turns out, Offset holds Stefon Diggs entirely responsible for this devastating fallout. It's unclear what kind of mental gymnastics Offset employs to arrive at this conclusion, but he is utterly convinced that Stefon is the sole reason Cardi will not take him back. Then again, this is Offset where discussing his logic is often wild and unpredictable, while Stefon Diggs may carry himself like a tough guy and talk a big game. Insiders suggest he isn't genuinely about that life. Furthermore, he has a high-stakes NFL career to protect. Everyone knows a single small injury could end everything, and Stefon is not willing to risk his professional future, not even for a relationship with Cardi. This is precisely why there are now multiple reports confirming he dumped her following Offset's direct threats. So, what exactly did Offset do to provoke such a reaction? The word on the street is that he allegedly had people stalking Stefon for several weeks. During this same period, he was also engaged in a vicious back and forth with Cardi's fans on social media, relentlessly throwing shade at Stefon, hurling homophobic slurs, and generally behaving in a nasty manner. When that failed to get under Stefon's skin, the situation escalated to direct threats, a move that immediately captured Stefon's attention for a short while. It appeared Stefon would stand his ground and fight for his relationship with Cardi. However, that resolve quickly vanished once the situation grew undeniably messy. Sources confirm he ended things with Cardi, wanting no part of her volatile situation with Offset. This abrupt dumping likely explains why Cardi recently broke her months of silence to address the entire ordeal on Twitter Spaces. It turns out, terrifying threats weren't the only things Offset sent to Stefon. True to his reputation as the messy king, Offset allegedly bombarded Stefon with explicit, private videos of himself and Cardi being intimate in the bedroom. Cardi confirmed these were old recordings from when they were still married. But the audacity didn't stop there. Cardi also claimed Offset had the nerve to bring his new girlfriend to her home, adding another layer of disrespect to an already dangerously volatile situation.
Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me and him having. That's the type of I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes, trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my
Yes, you know her Atlanta home, the one she paid for with her own money. As if that wasn't messy enough, this new woman wasn't the least bit bothered by the confrontation. When Cardi called her out and demanded she stop posting pictures from inside the house, the woman got bold and started talking back. So, like I said, Stefon was smart to get out when he did, because something tells me this drama is nowhere near over.
I hit this girl up before. Like, yo, I better not find out you in my house. This girl gonna tell me why you care that I'm in the house. You haven't been there for 3 years. Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay? And then this gonna FaceTime me with his girl.
The situation between Cardi B, Offset, and Stefon Diggs is only getting messier. And the last thing Stefon wants is to be entangled in a drama that could escalate into real danger, especially if Offset makes good on his threats. A possibility that seems increasingly likely. While it's undeniably sad that Stefon felt compelled to end his relationship with Cardi, as they appeared to have a genuine connection, his priority is understandably self-preservation. We may never know how serious their relationship truly was, whether it was a fleeting romance or had the potential for longevity, but from the outside, they seemed like a compelling pair. The origin of this entire public spectacle is perhaps the craziest part. Offset was the one who initially exposed their relationship. His motive was likely to force Cardi to end it, as she and Stefon were clearly not ready to go public. He allegedly orchestrated the leak through the media outlet DJ Academics. At the time, a source claimed that reports had emerged accusing Cardi B of engaging in extramarital relations with the 30-year-old NFL star Stefon Diggs while she was pregnant. Offset supposedly uncovered the infidelity by examining her phone, discovering nude photos and messages where Cardi expressed her eagerness to be intimate with Diggs again. He then reportedly shared this information with academics to break the story. The report even included a pointed and arguably mean-spirited dig by noting that the Diggs brothers, Stefon and Trevin, have been associated with numerous Instagram models and have multiple children, implying that Cardi B has found herself another Offset. That last jab was harsh, but it resonates because Stefon does have a public history as a major playboy. This makes it surprising that Cardi, after finally leaving Offset for his chronic cheating, would choose to date someone with a similar reputation. However, it's crucial to remember that public perception and private reality often differ. For all we know, their relationship was nothing more than a casual fling. Following Offset's exposure, Cardi and Stefon stopped hiding their involvement. Cardi even took to social media to reveal that Offset had been in Stefon's direct messages, trash-talking her and attempting to paint her in a negative light. She responded fiercely to a tweet where Offset had called her single and miserable, writing, "Single and miserable. No, you just mad that I'm outside and you thought ninjas wasn't going to be on me because in your words, I got 3 kids in my 30 seconds. I'm miserable. I don't bother none of you girls you FK up. But every other guy I talk to you deeming and talking-ish about me. Like, let's not." Offset probably believed that his disparaging messages would convince Stefon to dump Cardi, but when that tactic failed, he resorted to homophobic insults, calling Stefon gay. While Offset is acting like a bitter, heartbroken teenager, it's worth noting that these accusations didn't materialize from a complete vacuum. Whispers and rumors about Stefon's sexuality have circulated for a while, but they gained significant traction when a man named Chris Blake Griffith, a well-known celebrity stylist, came forward with serious allegations. Griffith claimed that Stefon spiked his drink and attempted to sexually assault him. So, while Offset's delivery was messy and malicious, he was tapping into an existing, and very serious, undercurrent of allegation, clearly trying to get under their skin. Offset saw his plans backfire when Stefon decided to escalate the feud publicly. In a brilliantly calculated move, Stefon posted a picture of himself and Cardi at dinner with the caption, "So proud of myself. Who would ever thought I would be eating dinner with Cardi B?" He certainly knew the provocation this would represent. It had the desired effect, sending Offset on a full-blown social media rampage. Offset responded with a series of unhinged posts including, "I smell some BS fanboy," a shrimp emoji, a known symbol for inadequacy, and the cryptic, "My newbie batter had you last week, by the way, but you've been cheating since 2019. Tommy and Sammy, and I ain't tell when you did. Brat." He even commented a trash can emoji on one of Cardi's posts, making him look increasingly unhinged. However, Offset's relentless campaign did manage to refocus public attention on the allegations against Stefon, successfully turning some fans against the couple. Social media erupted with comments like, "Stefon Diggs drug and tried to essay his male stylist. He denied his advances and then Stefon sent 2 men to his apartment to try him. That is the man that Cardi chose. Nothing gets worse than that. Offset bad, but that's disgusting." Another user speculated, "Everything really is a rollout. Stefon was just confirmed gay last week. Now everyone is excited. He's Cardi new boo." I smell a marketing budget. To fully understand the gravity of these allegations, we must rewind to a disturbing incident from about a year ago. TMZ released a video showing Drake's stylist, Chris Blake Griffith, being ambushed in an elevator by 3 men. Initially, the story circulating was that Blake had been robbed, but this was later revealed to be a smokescreen for a much messier situation. According to Blake, just days before the elevator incident, he was at an event with Stefon Diggs. He alleges that Stefon slipped something into his drink and tried to make a move on him. Blake claims he managed to get away before anything further could happen. He further stated that this wasn't Stefon's first advance. After being rejected yet again, Stefon allegedly decided on a more aggressive approach, calling in his brother, Darez, and other associates to ambush Blake in the elevator to intimidate him into silence. So, when Offset began hurling homophobic slurs, he was strategically weaponizing these pre-existing, serious allegations. His goal was to create so much controversy and damage Stefon's reputation that the relationship would crumble under public pressure. For a while, Stefon ignored the noise, but he appears to have finally reached his limit with the direct, chilling threats from a man who seems to have nothing left to lose. Stefon has his health, his multi-million-dollar NFL career, and his reputation to protect. He is wisely not willing to risk it all, not even for a relationship with Cardi B. Given Offset's increasingly desperate and erratic behavior, Stefon's decision to walk away is not just understandable, it's the only logical move. This leaves us with a final question to ponder. In the face of such intense personal risk and public scandal, did Stefon do the right thing by prioritizing his safety and career? Or should he have stood by Cardi and fought for their connection? The calculus of love becomes immensely complicated when it is overshadowed by threats and potentially life-altering drama.